Here are some key quotations from the short story The Wasteland by Alan Paton. 1. In danger. The word choice of danger suggests immediate threat and sets the mood for the violence that follows. 2. That was the thing feared by all, to be waited for by young men. The word choice of all and of young men emphasises that everyone is impacted by a violent society, and that the younger generation offers no hope for the future in this society, quite the opposite of what you'd expect. 3. Like an island of safety in a sea of perils. This vivid imagery, a simile, highlights the dangerous situation in which he finds himself, comparing him to a man drowning in a dangerous ocean whose only hope of survival is a desert island. Only that island, or in this case the bus, is moving away from him. 4. His wife could be made a widow, his children made fatherless. The fact that the protagonist's first thoughts are for his family makes the reader feel sympathy towards him. It is also ironic that his son is a member of the criminal gang who are waiting for him to get off the bus. The gang do not care what happens to him. Their only priority is getting his money, and they will not be deflected from their purpose. This indicates just how corrupt, dangerous, and broken this society is. 5. Mercy was the unknown word. The short, blunt sentence structure here and the word choice of mercy in conjunction with unknown highlights the violence and immorality of this society, which is devoid of compassion, one of the elements that makes us human. This is proof of how far the society has fallen into disrepair and degradation. 6. Full of wire and iron and the bodies of old cars. This phrase embodies several techniques. It's a polysyndetic list, and it is also repeated in the next paragraph, and it harnesses the power of 3. All these techniques conspire to emphasise the number of sharp and dangerous items abandoned in the junkyard. It is an extremely hostile place for the man to seek sanctuary. 7. Tore at his clothes and flesh. The word choice of tore and of flesh is particularly powerful here. Tore suggests that the wire is violent, and flesh that the man will be injured and bleeding, once again arousing the reader's pity for him. 8. Help me, and this appears twice. The repetition here helps evoke our sympathy for the desperate protagonist, adding to our understanding of the sheer terror he is experiencing at this point. 9. Filled with the injustice of life. The word choice of injustice here suggests the man is overwhelmed at this point by a strong sense of unfairness when he fears that he is going to die any minute, and this causes him to react violently. It also reflects the unfairness of a society divided by apartheid. 10. Always been hard-working and law-abiding. The word choice of these adjectives portrays the protagonist in a positive light as someone who is diligent and industrious, who works for his money rather than stealing it. He does not normally engage in criminal behaviour, although this is about to change. 11. He lifted the heavy stick and brought it down on the head of his pursuer. The word choice of heavy here is important, foreshadowing the point later when we discover that this was a fatal blow. It also emphasises that the man has now also resorted to violence. 12. The man crumpled to the ground, moaning and groaning as though life had been unjust to him also. The word choice of unjust here is perhaps slightly unexpected, as this is a member of a criminal gang attacking an innocent man. But we need to remember that his life may also be challenging because he lives in a broken society. 13. His heart was like a wild thing in his breast. This simile is highly effective, comparing the protagonist's heart beating hard against his ribcage to a trapped animal trying desperately to break out of a cage, thus emphasising the protagonist's extreme fear. 14. Freddy, said one, your father's got away. The blunt sentence structure and word choice here, together with the use of direct speech, make this first twist in the tale all the more dramatic. It shocks the reader that Freddy has betrayed his father in this way. 15. It's Freddy, one said. He's dead. These two short sentences reveal a harsh, tragic truth. The older man has accidentally killed his own child. The word choice of dead is very final, and the reader can imagine how horrified the father must be upon hearing it. 16. Swung it under the lorry so that it touched him. The word choice of swung suggests the gang are careless and rough with their friend's body, discarding it as if it were rubbish. Meanwhile, the words so that it touched him reveal that the man is now lying next to the corpse of his own child, which must be extremely upsetting for him. 17. Said to himself in the idiom of his own language, "People arise, the world is dead." The word choice of idiom of his own language hints that the man is a person of colour. The biblical language makes his words all the more dramatic, and the short, blunt sentences hammer home his sentiments. His son is dead, so the world is also dead to him. These words, at the end of the story, encapsulate the tragic and unjust impact of apartheid. 18. Went heavily out of the wasteland. The word choice of heavily has connotations of walking slowly, deliberately, and perhaps with a bowed head. This description suggests that the protagonist is resigned to the situation, the injustice of the way in which this broken society has destroyed his life and that of his family. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found it useful. See you next time. In our other video on the wasteland, we give an overview of the story. If you found this or any of our other videos useful, it would be great if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for your support.